Hi EM Warriors, it's Phyllis here from Yogability. We're here to do day 2 of our Pose a Day challenge. I hope some of you did day 1 with me. If not, go back and find it on the feed and join us for this. You're not too late. Hopefully when you do a pose, you can get somebody to take a picture of you and post it on the chat. I can't wait to support all of you who are doing your best to try this challenge. So exciting. Today is one of my very favorite poses. It's called Savasana or corpse pose. And it's called corpse pose because it's a pose of utter relaxation. And so we're going to do the full expression of this pose on the mat, starting on the mat. But for those of you who are chair bound or bed bound, I've got the modification on the way. But I want you to watch what it looks like in full expression. So if you're ready, make your way to the mat, and we're going to come down safely. So I'm going to bend my knees, turn and make sure you have enough room to lay down on your mat. And so I'm going to come down one elbow at a time, drop down 1 and 2, and then gently, gently, gently let your back just kind of roll down to the mat. There you go. You're going to be looking up at the ceiling for now. I'm going to turn my head because I like to look at you while I talk. And then I'm going to take my right heel out to the right side of the mat, my left heel out to the left side of the mat. And then I'm going to turn my palms up facing the ceiling. Let your feet just kind of fall out. Just let them melt into that mat, so to speak. On the next inhale, I want you to shrug your shoulders toward your ears, and then as you exhale, just let those shoulder blades melt into the mat. And the lower part of your back, where your sacrum is, I want you to readjust that so it's nice and comfy. And today is a pretty cool day. It's Las Vegas. We're not getting the polar vortex like everyone else is in the Midwest, but it is pretty cool here today. So if you need a blanket and you need to cover up, feel free to do that. I want you to feel comfortable in this relaxed position. So starting at your toes, coming up to your knees, your thighs, your hips. Just let go of your muscles. Let everything relax. Consciously make your muscles relax. And then lower belly, upper belly, chest, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands. Just let everything go. Let your teeth stop touching each other. If you feel the openness in the back of your throat, let your head feel heavy. Let everything just kind of slide back. You can lower your eyelids or close your eyes. And then turn your attention to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose, long, deep inhales, and long, deep exhales to match. So this can be a meditative pose, so while you're here, you're going to have thoughts and ideas and emotions and feelings come to you. That's what we are. We're human beings, and so you're not going to stop that. What you are going to be able to do is control what you do with those. When they come to your mind, I don't want you to engage those thoughts or feelings or ideas or emotions. Just notice them. Notice them like clouds in a sky, coming into your sky and then leaving your sky without any judgment, without trying to examine any of those things that come to you. Instead, what I want you to do is turn your focus to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And so if you're on the mat, I want you to stay there, focused on your breath. I'm going to be talking, so try not to listen to me as I move into the same pose in a chair. So I've got my chair turned the opposite way so you can see what I'm doing with my pillow. My chair does not have a high back on it. And so I put a pillow there. So if you need something to support your head, I suggest putting a pillow, something that you can rest your head back on. If you have a high back chair, feel free to do that. You can also have another chair in front of you or an ottoman if you'd like. I'm gonna put my feet out in front of me. I have a nice meditative pillow that I use. But if you don't have that, you can use the floor. You can just set your heels down on the floor. We're gonna separate our feet just a little bit. So your feet are gonna be up on your heels, and you're just gonna let your feet flat to the sides. And then we're gonna make sure that lower portion, lower back, lower sacrum is supported on the chair. So you don't wanna be slipping off the chair, but you wanna have equal balance on both sides of your sacrum. And then let your head relax back. If you don't have room on your chair to let your palms come up by your sides, you can just gently lay your palms down on your belly or palms up on your lap. Either way is good. We're gonna rest our head back. On the next inhale, we're gonna shrug those shoulders up again, and as we exhale, let your shoulder blades melt back into the back of the chair or the pillow or the bed, wherever you may be doing Savasana. We're gonna do the same thing we did on the mat. So starting with your feet, starting at your toes, going all the way up your body, releasing every bit of muscle tension in your body. Just like that. Let it all go. And just like on the mat, when those ideas, thoughts, emotions, sounds come to you, I want you to turn your attention once again to breathing in and breathing out. Now, without moving your body, take a deep inhale in, whether you're on the mat or on the chair, and exhale. Return your breath now to a regular pace, the way you naturally breathe. Maybe start bringing in some little movements in your hands and your toes, maybe making it bigger movements. Whether you're on the chair or on the mat, I want you to bring both of your feet together. And on the next inhale, take your hands above your head and stretch, stretch, stretch. Big body stretch, just like you're a tug-of-war rope and somebody's pulling you at the hands and pulling you at your feet. And as you exhale, maybe bring your knees as close as you can to your chest. If you're on the chair, this might not be such an easy thing, but maybe bend your knees. If you're on the mat, on the next inhale, just turn to the right side, cradling your head with your arm on the mat, just for a few breaths. If you're on the chair, you can just hang out here with your feet on the floor, just resting in an almost reclined, seated position. If you're on the chair, I'm going to ask you to push one elbow at a time into the back of the chair. Use your hands to help push you back up to a seated position. And if you're on the mat, laying in that fetal position on your right side, I want you to take your left hand as close to your chest as you can. Place it down on the mat. And as you exhale, push into that hand, coming back into a seated position on the mat. Well, guys, you just did day 2. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to do it again tomorrow. See you for day 3.